Okay guys, Monday morning, we're out here at a new job, doing a tear out and replace this driveway here, and we're also going to add on over here on this side. We're going to be widening this driveway a bit, taking it up here kind of along their property line all the way back to the fence, and then we'll have a little spot back here for a little bit of a bigger pad, and then all this will be concrete here as well. So let's get after it. Okay, we started digging. We've got our string line set up approximately where our boards are going to go. We're doing 8 feet wide here, and then we're going to go straight to the wall off of our 8 feet here. So we just got to dig this down a bit. First step of concrete, dig it down a little bit. Okay,
these are good.
this is what we're working with, y'all. If you don't do concrete, or if you don't do landscaping, or if you don't dig a lot, basically what that looked like was not fun. So we're gonna go get the excavator, the Mini X, and we're gonna dig with that. We're having a solar eclipse. Today's April the 8th, I think. We're having a solar eclipse. And the crazy part about that is here in St. Louis, everybody's moving south because totality is around Cape Girardeau. Now, if you're not from St. Louis or Missouri, Cape Girardeau is like, I don't know, hour and a half, hour and 15, depends on how fast you drive. But it's a skip and a hop, but it's not too far south. So our highways, everybody's going south. Our highways are all backed up. Nobody can drive anywhere because everybody's needing to go south. Every road. So we're having kind of an interesting work day because we can't really operate like normal because it's not worth taking an hour round trip 5 miles back to the shop and things of that nature. So here's what we got done so far.
Show people this.
Yeah, this is important too.
Look, that's property.
Property line there.
And people might be like, well, you own it. No, 2x4.
So we'll have 2x4 like this. That, whoa, what's it doing? That's on their property, but our concrete will be right here.
They already seen it, so before anybody's talking about, you can't put stakes on other people's property.
Yeah, we talked to him. We talked to him. We agreed. We're gonna stay off their property best we can. But we've got pretty much this whole side piece dug out. And we're pretty much full in the dump truck. But like I said, we can't really do anything about that. Can't go dump it because then we won't be able to get back in time. I'll set this up so you guys can watch, I guess. We're just gonna we gotta tidy some things up here. We gotta hand dig out a lot of this stuff because this ground is no bueno for us with the Bobcat. It's just not working that well, so we've got out a majority of it. And for the meantime, we're just gonna keep hand digging out the rest, crumbing out. Little end of the day report recap. We've got all of our forms set for this. I guess this is like a sidewalk, but it's 8 feet wide, so it's kind of an odd little thing. However, that's what they want. So that's what we're gonna do. So we've got it formed up all the way out to pretty much the edge of the house. Up here we have some water line and AT&T line that we're gonna find tomorrow once we get here. So we got most of our digging done for this side of the house piece. Tomorrow we're gonna rock and roll on getting out the rest of the driveway, or I guess the entirety of the driveway, but should move pretty quick. Today we were mainly focused on getting all this dirt work done, getting these forms set up, so that way that's all taken care of. It was kind of weird with the Eclipse going on. We couldn't really have everybody going around in dump trucks and getting rock and dumping dirt and whatever, because there's so much traffic that it wasn't even really worth it to leave. It'd take an hour and a half to go 5 miles. So yeah, that's basically what we got going on. So got everything taped off, and we will be back bright and early in the morning. Keep on trucking along, so stay tuned, folks. It's not over yet, not even close. Hey you guys, welcome back to Ortmann Concrete in Action. This morning we're back here working on tearing out the rest of this driveway. You guys saw half the process go down yesterday. We pretty much only got the dirt work done, got the side of the house portion that we're doing all set up. Just needs rock now, and that's pretty much ready to rock and roll. But still got the rest of a 3-car driveway to tear out. So Ryan's working on busting that up. Meanwhile, we got an AT&T line and a water line that me and Connor are hand digging around to try to locate. That way, of course, we don't hit it with any machines, cause any problems that we don't need. But we're going to get this torn out today. Hopefully get it all rock kit set up, ready to go. All right, you guys, this is why we do this. Our line was like right here. So we started digging here first, but they're always off. So it's actually right here, we found it here. And then I runs through to in there. So important we don't hit those because, well, I feel like it's pretty obvious why that's important. But that's why we do that. If you just go all haywire, just use machines for everything, you might end up with a bigger problem on your hands. All right, guys, our MT, it's basically a mini skid steer if you don't know what that is. It's like a ride-along, ride-on, but it's super good for doing like little stuff around tight spaces in between houses, and I don't know. The Bobcat's just a lot sometimes, and the MT fills that gap perfectly. So allows us to do a lot less hand digging, a lot less of the back breaking stuff. But I want to shout them out for bringing a hat whenever they dropped off our MT. It's been having a lot of problems in and out of the shop. They've been hooking us up with rentals, and they just brought ours back today. So we swapped it out, got some hats. A little update for you guys. We have like one more load to take out from the driveway. Mike's been running back and forth to the dump. We would be using the Big Sexy, but kind of running like shiitake mushrooms, I would say. So it has a hard time getting up. There's a big hill where we dump. It has a hard time getting up the hill, and we don't really want to beat on it too much. So until it's fixed, we're mainly just using it to get rock and kind of just piece things together. We're graded pretty close to where we need to be. We've got it marked out on the driveway where we need some more rock, so we're gonna come give it a little dusting whenever before we pour. And then pretty much everything else, we're just gonna be tidying up, cleaning up, and get out of here for the day. So.
Making a hole. Right here. Somebody had my buddy right to the mask on Mike's over here acting like the future's pet. Say no. Here's good stuff. Living to learn a little bit, you know?
What we learning? What we learning? How to tie a double knot?
About EWI.
How to tie a double knot? That's knows a lot about those.
Dude, my girlfriend told me how to knit last night.
Is that your anger management class?
Dude, it really is. It's actually like really relaxing.
Can you knit me a sweat? Actually, can you knit me a beer, like a beer holder?
Dude, she was talking about it. She was like, I could knit a scarf that has beer holders on it. I was like, dude, that's the move. That's the move, buddy.
Gibby's got one of them.
What?
The scarf for the beer holder on?
Oh, yeah. Give me 5 point on that step. Well, fuck, hey.
There's I don't want to do that.
Oh, well, What you doing, Mike? What the fuck, man? You got a gambling addiction, Mike? Build it up where you're mad. Drag it up too. How do you even start finishing anything without a mag?
All right,
Almost bigger now.
so we're gonna do, this is all gonna be seamless slate stamped, then chiseled in brick borders on this. Should be pretty sweet. What color are we doing?
Stone.
Stone gray. For those of you wondering, you're gonna be using stone gray powder release.
Mike, we need that driveway graded before we leave. Okay? Can you do it? Make sure it's graded good, because we don't want to. And just make it like 6 inches, 5 inches thick down about this far away from the curb. Don't go like far back. Cut all the wire and lay it right there. And you got to do all that and. Just have 2 guys cut wire, 2 guys, or another when you start grading. Run a machine.
What time we gotta be back to the shop?
I think 2:30 is the meeting, right? It's kind of weird stuff, and it's kind of just died. Felt like it was gonna go. Looks good though. Tomorrow's supposed to be windy.
This is what that approach.
Supposed to get really windy at 1.
The reason those grooves are like that at that approach is because I was rubbing and it wasn't closing up. I was having to spray water on it because it wasn't closing up, but I'd have to rub so hard that it would close my
It was
groove.
spongy?
Back up. It was like closing the groove up to get it to close up. So then I'd run my groover again, and then every time I wiped my line out, it would close up.
You ever feel like you're going uphill?
But I was sinking like that far.
You ever feel like you're just going uphill? Life's an uphill battle. All right, I'm gonna go mud that. You guys got this.
All right, you guys, we're wrapped up for the day. We've got our first portion of our driveway poured and stamped, and those borders chiseled by yours truly. I'm not gonna lie, I think they look pretty good. I think it all looks pretty good. So we'll come back. I think we have 15 yards coming tomorrow. We got a little sidewalk going to the front door and then the rest of the driveway to pour. But Ryan is not gonna be here. He's gonna be in Nashville. So we're gonna be a little short-handed, so to take a little load off of our shoulders, we poured this first piece. That way we're not getting in too far over our heads. But we just finished grading up the rest of this driveway. Earlier this morning we formed up this sidewalk and graded that as well, so pretty much ready to go. Get here tomorrow morning, compact this, cut some wire, put our wire mesh in, and that's pretty much it. Pour it. Concrete's coming at 7, so sounds like I'll see you guys at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. See ya. Folks, you are not going to want to miss out on the rest of the action. Stay tuned for part 2 of pouring this beautiful stamped driveway with Ortmann concrete in action. And as always, hit that like and subscribe.